God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with justice for all. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Just a cadence. Percussion cadence. Here we go. 1, 2, and 1, 2, cadence.
Graduates, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 75th commencement ceremony for Niles C. Kinnick High School, celebrating the class of 2022. My name is Dr. Kiana Obeng, and I am the assistant principal of Niles C. Kinnick High School. We are pleased to welcome our distinguished guests. Dodea Pacific East Community Superintendent, Dr. Ronald Knight. CFA Commanding Officer, Captain Richard Jarrett. Niles C. Kinnick Principal, Ms. Kira Hurst. Guest speaker, Ryukyu Middle School Principal, Mr. Craig Maxey. Yokosuka Complex Administrators, Mr. Gullickson from the Sullivans Elementary School, Ms. Hall Walsh from Yokosuka Middle School, and Mrs. Fisk from Ikego Elementary School. Thank you for joining us today. Now please welcome the senior class sponsor, Nurse Dusty, to the podium.
Good afternoon. My name is Dusty Keolanui Wilson, and I've been honored to be the class sponsor to these amazing students throughout their journey at Kinnick. Although we have the largest audience since the pandemic started, we know many family and friends were still unable to be here today and are watching our live stream. So graduates, let's turn around and wave to the cameras. There's one there, back there to Ms. Updegrove. Let's say hi. Okay, on behalf of the class of 2022, thank you to our Kinnick Media crew and JROTC cadets and instructors, KHS Orchestra and Show Choir and their conductors, our photographers, Counseling ISS Mrs. Jones-Ferguson, School Liaison Officer Mr. Schmidt, MWR, CFA Security, faculty and staff, and the over 50 students who helped set up the seats today. Putting this event on was a true group effort. I would like to acknowledge at this time Captain Jarrett, who is in attendance today, as this will be his last Kinnick High School graduation. Captain Jarrett, thank you. Thank you for all you have done for Kinnick and the CFA community. We couldn't have asked for a better leader through this life-altering pandemic. So thank you. At this time, I will ask our senior class secretary, Autumn, to please proceed to the podium.
Hello, my name is Autumn Molina, and I am the senior class secretary. Will the welcome speakers please join me on stage? Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the presentation of colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red above bursting air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Good evening. It is my honor to welcome you to the 75th commencement ceremony of Nowlesea Kinnick High School. Our class has come a long way, from being the first freshman class to win the annual Yo-Hi Day lip sync in 2019, to experiencing over half of high school in a pandemic. Although we may be another KHS graduating class, we carry our own unique experiences as we head out into the world. None of which would be possible if it wasn't for the parents and teachers that supported us along the way. Tonight we have 9 language translations of this message to celebrate these differences and where we've come from and where we're headed. Thank you all for joining us here today.
こんばんは、オリバー・アリエル・カリアです。この度はナイルシー・キニック・ハイスクール第75代目卒業式にお越しいただき、とても光栄です。私たちの学年は2019年に毎年恒例であるヨーハイデーのリップシンクという行事で新入生として初めて優勝したり、高校生活半分以上をパンデミックの中で過ごしました。私たちはただの新卒業生に見えかねますが、独自のユニークな経験を持ち、世界へ旅立ちます。そしてこれらの経験はすべて、先生方や家族の皆様のおかげのサポートのなしではやり取りすることはできなかったでしょう。本日は皆様に、私たちのそれぞれの違いと異なるゴールを象徴するため、9カ国語のスピーチを準備しました。改めて本日はお越しいただきありがとうございます。
Buenas tardes. Es mi honor darle la bienvenida a la ceremonia de graduación número 75 de la Escuela Secundaria Nowlesea Kinnick. Aunque parecemos cualquier otra clase de graduandos de esta escuela secundaria, traemos con nosotros experiencias únicas que nos han preparado para emprender en un nuevo futuro. Nada de esto habría sido posible sin el apoyo de nuestros padres y maestros durante estos años. Gracias a todos por estar aquí con nosotros hoy.
Magandang gabi. Karangalan kong tangkapin sa ika-75 na seremonya ng pagsisimula ng NALC Kinnick High School. Bagamat maaari tayong isa pa KHS graduating klase, dala natin ang sarili natin mga kakaibang karanasan sa pagpunta natin sa mundo. Wala sa mga ito ang magiging posible kung hindi dahil sa maging magulang at guro na sumusuporta sa amin. Hanggang ngayon, salamat sa lahat ng sumali sa amin ngayon at sa mga nagdaan na panahon.
Sawadee ดิฉันดาวนาเมนสันรู้สึกเป็นเกียรติยิ่งๆขอต้อนรับทุกท่านเข้าสู่งานผู้สำเร็จปีการศึกษาครั้งที่ 75 ของโรงเรียนมัธยมนาวศรีคลินิกได้ประสบการณ์ในการเรียนเกินครึ่งหนึ่งของชั้นมัธยมปลายพวกเราต้องเจอกับสถานการณ์ที่มีโรคระบาดหนักไปทั่วโลกและต่อเนื่องมาถึงก่อนที่พวกเราจะจบการศึกษาถึงอย่างนั้นก็ตามพวกเราคือนักเรียนอีกรุ่นหนึ่งที่จบการศึกษาพวกเราจะจดจำเรื่องราวดีๆในขณะที่พวกเรากำลังจะก้าวเดินต่อไปในอนาคตทั้งหมดนี้จะไม่สามารถเกิดขึ้นได้ถ้าไม่ได้การสนับสนุนของผู้ปกครองและคุณครูทุกคนที่ช่วยเหลือและทำให้ทุกอย่างผ่านไปด้วยดีพวกเราได้กำหนดทิศทางที่แตกต่างเพื่อที่จะเข้าไปสู่จุดมุ่งหมายที่เราคาดหวังไว้อีกคนที่ลืมไม่ได้คือคุณยายของหนูขอบคุณทุกท่านที่มาร่วมงานในคืนนี้ค่ะขอบคุณค่ะ
Guten Abend und herzlich willkommen zu die 75. Abschlusszeremonie der NALC Kinnick Gymnasium grüßen zu dürfen. Obwohl wir vielleicht ein weiteres KHS Abschlussjahrgang sind, tragen wir unsere einigen Erfahrungen mit uns, wenn wir uns auf dem Weg in die Welt machen. Ohne Eltern und Lehrer, die uns in diesem Weg unterstützt haben, wäre das alles nicht möglich. Vielen Dank, dass Sie sich hier heute uns gestellt haben.
Buonasera a tutti. È un onore per me darvi il benvenuto alla 75esima cerimonia della consegna di diplomi alla NALC Kinnick High School. Anche se siamo solo un altro gruppo di diplomati alla KHS, siamo degli individui con delle storie uniche e siamo pronti per affrontare il mondo, grazie ai genitori e insegnanti che ci hanno accompagnato nella crescita. Grazie a tutti.
Buenas and hafide, unra para bajo abiba y fanitun mizu, kiasi na celebration ceremonias. Cumpleaños 75 años, NALC Kinnick na escuela en Taquilu. Tiu sepible esti ni hinanao sin imanyanan mami zani maniestro, siha nutodo yesinopeti zanginiha para hami. Sendakilu na sizos maasi nu ifanitun mizu pagu. Biba cumpleaños.
Aloha ahi. Hano wau e olelo. Aloha kākou. I ka puka ana o ka pāpā kanahiku kumālima o ke kula ki e NALC Kinnick. Ua hele mākou I ke alaloa. Mai ka papa e iwa I ka manawa ua loa a ka lanakila o ka la, Yohai lip sync. Maka hiki e lua kaukani kumaiwa. A hiki I ke ia ka amai. Ho'omana o mākou ina ike I ka mākou, imi pona maka honua. Mahalo I nā mākua, a me nā kungu, no ko oko kokua a me kāko'o. Mahalo ia oko no ka pilina I ke ia la. Mahalo.
Hello, my name is Sarah Suzuki and I am one of the senior class representatives. It is my privilege to introduce our principal, Ms. Hurst, as she delivers the principal's address. Before we get to that, I would like to ask both Ms. Hurst and Dr. Q to join me. Ms. Hurst and Dr. Q, thank you for your support during the years we've attended Kinnick. Here are our gifts as tokens of our gratitude for the time and energy put into each of our academic success.
Okay, good evening, honored guests, teachers, families, and of course, our graduates. We're fortunate to have so many family members and friends joining us for this graduation ceremony. There are a few parents, however, who are unable to return for graduation due to their commitment to the U.S. Navy. Therefore, on behalf of Niles C. Kinnick High School, I would like to extend a heartfelt greeting to all families and friends who will be viewing this celebration remotely. For all of the active duty family members, we want you to know that we are grateful for your service and sacrifice you make for us on a daily basis. We keep you and all the brave men and women who represent our country in our thoughts and prayers. At Kinnick, we have 4 guiding principles: fortitude, integrity, responsibility, and an enterprising spirit. This class of 2022 certainly has demonstrated this in numerous ways. I would like to demonstrate what I mean. Please stand up if you belong to one of these groups over the last 4 years. If you participated in a club while at Kinnick, please stand up. Thank you. Please sit down. If you played on a Far East or Pac East championship sports team, please stand up. Thank you. Please sit down. If you had the honor of going on a long haul, 10 hours or more on a bus, please stand up. Thank you. Please sit down. If you found your way into Tokyo on a train, please stand up. Thank you. Please sit down. If you have fed the homeless, please stand up. Thank you. Please sit down. The next one's a little trickier. If you were required to stay at home for various COVID-related policies during this school year, at least one time, please stand up. Thank you. Please sit down. If you had to stay at home at least twice due to COVID, please stand up. Thank you. Please sit down. If you had to stay at home due to COVID policy, please stand up if you had to do this 3 times. Wow. Thank you. Please sit down. And finally, for our elite few of COVID finalists, if you had to stay home at least 4 times during this school year, please stand up. Woo! Round of applause. Good job. If you are a member of the Red Devil Marching Band, please stand up. Excellent. Please sit down. If you attended Kinnick High School for all 4 years, please stand up. It's impressive. Please sit down. And to a really special group, if this was your first year at Kinnick High School, please stand up. Thank you. Please sit down. And finally, if you've been in Yokosuka since kindergarten, please stand up. It's all right. Our Yokosuka kiddos, good job. All right, please sit down. Class of 2022, it's been an honor and privilege to serve as your principal this year. My hope is that you take all the skills you learned the last 4 years and apply them to your next stage in life. And no, we are so proud of you. And now I have the honor and great pleasure of introducing our guest speaker for the 2022 graduation. Mr. Maxey, the former principal of Kinnick High School, is a Dodia High School graduate from Kadena High School in Okinawa, Japan. He and his wife, Julie, have 4 children, Hannah, Benjamin, Lydia, and Luke. While Mr. Maxey aspired to be a pilot, the sad discovery that he was colorblind put an end to that dream. Instead, he became a science teacher and then later moved into administration. Kinnick High School was his first school as an administrator, and while he has many fond memories of his time here, his favorite memory is Yohai lip sync battle. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome me in joining my friend and our guest speaker, Mr. Craig Maxey.
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Knight, Captain Jarrett, honored guests, faculty and staff, parents, students, families, and friends, good afternoon and congratulations to the Niles C. Kinnick High School class of 2022. I'm truly humbled and honored to be speaking with you today. Having hosted this event before, I know it's no easy feat to coordinate a graduation, let alone in a pandemic. Nurse Dusty, Ms. Hurst, Dr. Q, the readers, ushers, video team, and everyone else who put in their time and effort to make today a success, thank you. 15 months ago, I left Yokosuka for the island paradise of Okinawa, Japan. In some respects, it feels like the blink of an eye, yet in others, it feels like years. Class of 2022, I have missed you. You've grown since I last saw you in knowledge, maturity, stature, and for some, facial hair. I still remember the first day of the 18-19 school year. Many of you were there, as was evidenced by Ms. Hurst's comments. You were wide-eyed, terrified, and not quite sure what the whole high school thing was about. Yet, look at you now. Young adults, masters of the school, ready for your next big adventure. Some of you joined KHS during my time as a principal. Others have come since my departure. But all of you share one thing in common. You are Red Devils. You are a part of something bigger than yourself. The Department of Defense education activity is 75 years old this year, and as long as there have been Dodea graduates, there have been Red Devils. During your time at Kinnick, you've undoubtedly heard about the famous alumni, pop singers, Jedi Masters, and more. I wonder what future Red Devils will say about the class of 2022. Is a future admiral sitting amongst us? An inventor? Movie producer? Lawyer? Fortune 500 CEO? I have every confidence that somewhere in the not too distant future, students at Kinnick High School will be speaking your names, along with the likes of other esteemed graduates. Class of 22, you have made it. Your high school years have been anything but typical. Through cancellations, mandates, mitigation plans, and more, you've persevered. Through the adversity, you showed your fortitude. You know I had to get that in there somewhere, right? And pushed through to achieve this milestone. Embrace it, enjoy it, for you've done the work to achieve it. Class of 2022, before the transition to the next phase of your life, please indulge me for a few minutes as I share some reflections on my own lessons learned since I sat in your chair. You see, 19 years ago, I sat in that chair, or one much like it. As a Dodea graduate, I sat in a base movie theater on Kadena Air Base and patiently waited through a commencement address that I will admit I cannot remember. I hope that you gain some wisdom from my words today, but if not, at least it'll be an opportunity to practice delayed gratification. Geoffrey Chaucer once famously said, "Time waits for no man." You don't have to think very long to recognize the truth of that statement. Think how quickly the last 4 years have gone. Trust me when I say the next 20 will go faster. Since time waits for no man, the challenge becomes, how do you wisely invest the time that you have? Today, I'd like to suggest to you 3 investments that will yield dividends. Now, there is no need to write down any stock codes. These investments are not monetary and won't let you win Mr. Wilson's investment game, but the returns are real. Time investment number 1, put relationships first. You see, we were made to do life together. In 2020, researchers at MIT did a study where they conducted brain scans of individuals in isolation. When they showed the participants pictures of people conducting activities together, the region of the brain that lights up when someone is hungry started activating. Did you hear that? Your brain lights up when someone is hungry. Sorry, excuse me. Your brain says you need other people as much as a quarter pounder with cheese. According to researcher Rebecca Sachs, people who are forced to be in isolation crave social interaction similarly to the way a hungry person craves food. Our finding fits the intuitive idea that positive social interaction is a basic human need. Class of 2022, as you go out to take on the world, please know that you can't do it alone. You need others. You need community. As you go through life, surround yourself with people that see your worth and have your back. Find people that will speak truth into your life and make you better. Find people that disagree with you on some things. I think Oliver Wendell Holmes was right when he said, many ideas grow better when transplanted into another mind than the one in which they sprung up. Or as my parents always used to say, 2 heads are better than 1. The membership of your community will naturally change over time as you pass through different periods of life, but I believe members will stay a lifetime. Let me make a few recommendations. First, your parents. Not only do they want what is best for you, they are your biggest fans. Do not be too busy to call them. Parents, you can applaud on that one if you'd like. Your siblings, trust me on this one. I couldn't stand mine when I was your age. Now I feel blessed to have them. Close friends, you've been through a lot together, and you know they'll always have your back. And work peers, look for ones that push you to be better at your job. Thanks, Kira and Kiana and Stacy. As you speed through life, make sure to slow down for people. Every day you have 100 interactions with other people. See each as an opportunity to impact the world in a positive way. Choose to treat everyone with dignity and respect. Your words and actions have the power of life and death, so choose life. Time investment number 2, hard work. Colin Powell says, a dream doesn't become reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work. As graduates, if you are ending this chapter of your life and starting a new one, you've probably been told lots of things like dream big and chase your dreams. The sky is the limit. All of those are true. Yet the reality is that big dreams are fulfilled by hard work one day at a time. It is through the daily commitment to small goals that we achieve large ones. In his book, Atomic Habits, James Clear reminds us that success is the product of daily habits, not a once-in-a-lifetime transformation. So whatever you do, work at it with all your heart. If it's writing a term paper, give it your best. If it's bagging groceries, don't smash the bread. If it's shining your shoes, make them sparkle. We know Chief Kalansky taught you how. If it's making a latte, figure out how to do that cool latte art thing that they do, and do that. When we work hard, we receive more than just the satisfaction of a job well done. There are immediate short-term benefits to hard work: a better grade on a paper, more money, better scores, making someone smile. But there are also long-term benefits. Working hard allows you to challenge yourself and stretch beyond what you initially thought possible. Dwayne Johnson captures the essence of this perfectly in his quote, "Wake up determined, go to bed satisfied." There's nothing better than plopping down in your bed after a hard day's work, knowing you gave it all you had. And you'll sleep better too. People will also start to notice. After all, someone is always watching. The work that will lead to developing positive reputation and more responsibility. Follow through, you earn people's trust and respect. The last investment, choose to serve. It's no mistake that I saved this one for last. Choosing to serve is the only possible when you put relationships first and have developed a strong work ethic. Why service, you ask? How is service to others a wise investment of your time? When you choose to serve, you meet the needs of others around you while developing individually as well. At a fundamental level, serving helps the world by meeting the needs of another. When we choose to serve, we see the value in those served. We let them know they're not alone in the world. And guess what? That leads to investment number 1, putting relationships first. In serving, we build relationships both with those we serve and those we serve alongside. This is why so many organizations, from sports teams to businesses to military units, take time to volunteer in their communities. In the act of service, we grow together. But how does service help you? Mahatma Gandhi once said, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." It is in the act of service that we may find passion and learn new skills. While serving, you may challenge yourself to step outside your comfort zone. This isn't a bad thing. Many times, discomfort is part of the growth process. In fact, when we're outside our comfort zone, it's likely a sign that we're growing. All of you know a little bit about this. After all, you do live in Japan. Lastly, choosing to serve helps us reset our focus and priorities. It's so easy to get wrapped up in yourself. Focusing on someone else may be just what you need. What does service look like to you? Many of you are considering service-oriented vocations, joining the military, becoming emergency responders, medical professionals, and educators. In all these cases, you will be choosing to serve a cause greater than yourself. Several research studies have confirmed that people who have connected to a purpose themselves are happier, more content, enjoy richer relationships, and are more resilient in the face of adversity than those who haven't. That's great news both for you and those you choose to serve. Finally, as a career educator, I would be remiss if I didn't use this as an opportunity to recruit a few teachers. The world needs those of us that are willing to guide the next generation. I hope that some members of the class of 2022 will take up that call. But what if you choose a different career path? Can you still serve? Absolutely. You could mentor teens at a local youth center, coach a Little League team, feed the homeless, which many of you have already done during your time at Kinnick, volunteer at a local church. There are 1,000,001 ways to serve. At its core, service is as simple as seeing a need and choosing to fill it. One final thought on service. The German author and statesman Johann Wolfgang von Goethe is credited with saying, "If we treat people as they are, we make them worse. If we treat people as they ought to be, we help them become what they are capable of becoming." When we choose to serve and recognize the value in others, sometimes even when they can't recognize it themselves, we free them to see that value in themselves and to start to dream their own big dreams. Class of 2022, life goes fast. The late Andy Rooney once said, "Life is like a roll of toilet paper. The closer it gets to the end, the faster it goes." My hope is that all of you have just started unwinding your long roll of Charmin Ultra Soft. Take some advice from someone who's a little bit further into the toilet tissue. Choose to invest your time wisely. Once it's gone, you can never have it back. Put relationships first, work hard, and choose to serve others. Class of 2022, I am so proud of you. You have achieved one of life's major milestones today. Enjoy it, relish it, celebrate it. Then tomorrow, go out and change the world one day at a time. Congratulations, class of 2022. And no matter where you are, always have a great Kinnick Day.
My name is Otto Eisenhart, Senior Class Treasurer. We would like to extend a thank you to our guest speaker, Mr. Craig Maxey, Ryukyu Middle School Principal and the former principal of Naosi Kinnick High School. We are honored to be your first freshman class as a principal. Thank you for making a significant impact in our lives and returning to Kinnick to wish us a farewell.
Today, it is an honor to be able to introduce a student who has been a leader for us since our freshman year. Not only have I had the honor of working with her these past few years, I got to know her personally. Please welcome our Student Council President, Aliana Yabu.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers, distinguished guests, but most importantly, the graduating class of 2022. My name is Aliana Yabu, and I was asked to deliver this speech as a reflection of the past 4 years here at Kinnick that we, as a class, have endured. Before I start, I would like to take a moment to speak to my class directly. Seniors, do you remember our very first day of high school? Yeah, me neither. But since that day, we showed up and proved ourselves academically with one of the closest races for valedictorian this year, and athletically with record-breaking and championship-winning athletes from our class, and so much more. It was the class of 2022 that won that 2019 Yo High Day lip sync battle, being the first freshman class to do so. Our sophomore year, COVID hit, and we were forced to learn from behind a screen. Junior year, the class council faced the challenging task of planning a COVID-safe, socially distanced, mitigated prom, something completely foreign to us at the time. Under the circumstances, the class of 2022 once again proved ourselves as worthy of praise and appreciation. This year, the class of 2022 raised collectively over $2 million in scholarship funds. Class of 2022, we have laughed together, we have cried together, we have struggled together, and we have loved one another. Class of 2022, I have grown with you, obviously not physically, but so much growth has happened in just 4 years. As someone who has kept an eye on most of the school, I have seen progress like no other, and honestly, I feel like a proud mom. I watched some of us go from benched JV to varsity captains, from ordinary members of clubs and honor societies to presidents and executive council members. I also watched us stumble and fall and crash and burn. But I watched us build each other back up again and again. If Dr. Strange came up to me and told me that he could put me in a reality where COVID didn't exist and I'd be able to redo my entire high school experience, I'd look at him, first get an autograph, then tell him, no, I wouldn't do it. Because it is in winning that lip sync battle that we learn just how much we could achieve as a team and how strong unity, trust, and friendship can be. It is in that first wave of the pandemic that we learn to love ourselves, to become comfortable with being alone, to expand our scope of communication to maintain friendships, to accept ourselves as we are. It is in planning prom under those impossible circumstances and restrictions that our minds were challenged and pushed to the very edge. We learned that our creativity and flexibility reached far beyond a school dance. These are things we can take going forward into life and our bright futures. Before I end, I would like to say, Nurse Dusty, unfortunately for her, stepped up 4 years ago and took the role of class sponsor and stayed by our side the entire time. Nurse Dusty, you were a blessing sent to us, the absolute best, GOAT of a sponsor. Thank you isn't enough for all that you've sacrificed. Now, none of us would be here if it weren't for our parents. So thank you, parents and guardians, for always looking out for us. I'd like to personally thank my mom and dad, for I wouldn't be here making the speech if it weren't for them. A special shout out to my mom, who still folds my laundry, but while doing that, fought and beat cancer. She has taught me that life is very valuable, and life is what you make of it. Please thank your parents and guardians. We, the class of 2022, were phenomenal and forever will be. Thank you.
Wow. Good evening. My name is Tyra Reimers, Senior Class Publicist. I'm pleased to introduce to you the Class of 2022 President. His charismatic demeanor got him elected for 2 terms, junior year and senior year, an accomplishment he holds dearly to this day. He's lived in Yokosuka since 6th grade. Come fall, will be studying economics at New York University. And if it wasn't for him motivating me to run for this position as class publicist, I wouldn't be standing here today. Please welcome our senior class president, Isaac Tovar.
Good afternoon, parents, teachers, community members, and the class of 2022. My name is Isaac Tovar, and I'm your senior class president. Seniors, if it hasn't set in already, we're just moments away from walking the stage, receiving our diplomas, and officially becoming high school graduates. As we eagerly enter the next chapter of our lives, I would like to offer some advice for the future that has gotten me through high school, which I believe can benefit everyone here. The first is support. Support through the means of family and friends is one of the most efficient ways to drive success. Having an encouraging group of people in your lives can motivate you to keep going while also creating close connections and memories with these individuals. Throughout high school, I've been blessed enough to have 2 parents that have been nothing but supportive and role models. I have an amazing sister and a brother that I know can always make me laugh. I love you all. I would also like to shout out my gang, my friends. You guys have been with me through thick and thin, through ups and through some downs. And despite all these ups and downs, we wish nothing but the best for each other. And I made countless memories with you guys, so I thank you all. The second is chance. If you want change in your life, then you have to be willing to take a risk and explore new opportunities. Find what sticks with you and what doesn't. Because oftentimes we don't know what we want or what we're interested in until we give it for a try for the first time. The biggest example I have for myself is my pet project, the 22 Update. For those of you who are unaware, the 22 Update is an Instagram-based KHS journalistic publication created by me and Ty Reimers, the man who introduced me just a few minutes ago. Despite starting off with no journalism experience, within 9 months, the account gained over 480 followers, became the most followed Kinnick-related Instagram account, and is a new way for students to stay informed with the latest school events. The 22 Update has become one of my favorite and successful projects in high school, and has furthered my interest in journalism and writing, which I didn't know I had up until this year. Playing it safe simply isn't good enough when your aim is to achieve something new and big. Last is persistence. Success isn't always the outcome of trying something new. You will face setbacks and failures in your life, and sometimes you will downright make foolish and bad decisions, and that's okay as long as you keep on going. Life moves fast, and it doesn't wait for everyone. Don't let your mistakes and failures deter you from your goals and dreams. Learn from them and continue to grow from them. The best example I have for myself is me. Throughout high school, I've not been perfect. I know I've made mistakes. I know I've let some people down. Some of you may know more than others. Despite this, I try my best every day to keep my head up, learn from these setbacks, and keep marching forward. It's been an honor serving as your senior class president.
My name is Kana Osu, one of the senior class representatives. I would like to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2022. Despite being a Kinnick for only a year and a half, Ella has made a quite impact her during time here. Ella was born in Hawaii, but spent most of her years growing up in Washington. She has been accepted into Cornell University and plans to study mechanical engineering there. She has done many things to be involved in her high school community. Such things include being an officer for National Honor Society and Triumph, and even being a member for jazz, pep, marching band, and quiz ball. During her time off from her hard work at school, she swims and reads. Ella has been an amazing student and an honorable person to call our class of 2022's salutatorian. Please welcome to the class of 2022 salutatorian, Ella Johnson.
First off, I'd just like to say I should have known my cap would be the first one to fall off. I'm naturally that type of person. Good afternoon. It's an honor to stand before you as your class of 2022 salutatorian. I first would like to thank my parents who have supported me in everything I do. I love you so much, and I would not be here without you. Thank you to my siblings. You're amazing, and I will miss you so much. Thank you to my teachers, especially Miss Boyd, Mr. Parker, Miss Gordon, and Mr. Alexson, for challenging me and helping me become a better student. Thank you to all of my friends. You guys have made my time at Kinnick so much better. My mom always told me not to project into the future, instead to enjoy the present. Some of us may have the rest of our lives planned out, but we know that our world is unpredictable and life does not go according to plan. I remember that by the end of 9th grade, I had the rest of high school planned out. I knew the classes I was going to be taking and was planning on the Navy moving my family to Boston. Obviously, that did not work out. Sophomore year was disrupted by COVID, and the week after my old high school went virtual, the Navy chose to send my dad here to Yokosuka, Japan. I struggled to accept the fact that the plans I had made and thought were set in stone had changed so quickly and drastically, especially as the pandemic was changing everything else. It turns out that this move is the best thing that could have happened to me. Most of our graduating seniors have moved at least once in our lives, and the few who have managed to stay here since kindergarten, I'm very impressed by you, and you guys have had to watch people move in and out year after year. While these may not have always been the best experiences, it's prepared us well for the future. We're more resilient, more adaptable, and more open to change than many of the students back in the States. We are better prepared for life on our own because of our military affiliation. As the late Elizabeth Edwards, an author, attorney, and activist once said, resilience is accepting your new reality, even if it's less good than the one you had before. You can fight it, you can do nothing but scream about what you've lost, or you can accept that and try to put together something that's new. She grew up the daughter of a U.S. Navy pilot, even living up in Zama, and knew firsthand the challenges that come with relocations and recognized the lasting effects of the resilience it brings. Our world is full of unexpected changes, as we all know very well, but we're ready to face them head on and adapt, becoming, as William Ernest Henley aptly wrote in his poem Invictus, the master of our fates, the captain of our souls. As we begin our journey into adulthood, away from high school and our youth, I hope you remember that you are in charge of your destiny and can make the most of any changes and challenges that face you. Congratulations, class of 2022. Your life is now in your hands. Go Navy, beat Army.
My name is Tiffany Adelem, and I am the Senior Class Vice President. Today, I have the honor of introducing our valedictorian, Angel Sangl. Angel, hailing from San Diego, California, has been with us at Kinnick since freshman year. He plans to return back to his hometown to study at the University of California, San Diego, pursuing a major in cognitive science with a specialization in design and interaction. Not only does Angel excel in his academics, but he is also the secretary of the Student Council and a dedicated member of the Japanese National Honor Society. He also does cool things outside of school, like creating video edits, Instagram camera filters, graphic design, and calligraphy. Angel Sangl is also a person I'm proud to call my best friend. Seeing him grow into the person he is today has been a great experience. I'm so glad I got to grow with him. Congratulations, Angel, for being valedictorian. We wish you luck on your future endeavors. Please welcome our class of 2022 valedictorian, Angel Sangl.
Hey guys. It feels weird being up here, wow, but first and foremost, I'd like to thank God. I wouldn't be up here today without him. Second, my teachers. Each and every single one of you has made a positive impact on my life, but I'd like to especially shout out Miss Gordon, Miss Nelson, Miss Boyd, and of course, I know you're not a teacher, but Nurse Dusty as well for helping me in my journey. Third, I'd like to thank my besties for being the backbone of my support system. I'll always hold on to the laughs, smiles, and tea-spilling sessions that we've shared. Of course, I can't end my thank yous without talking about family. Just a heads up, if I don't start crying, I'll be delivering this part of my speech in Tagalog, so non-speakers, please bear with me. Nay, Tay, maraming salamat sa lahat ng iyong suporta. Ramdam na ramdam ko ang pagmamahal na ibinigay niyo sa akin to these past 4 years. Lahat na lahat ng sakripisyo niyo ay para sa akin and Angelica's success and happiness. By doing this, sana maibalik ko ang lahat ng paghihirap niyo para sa akin. Sana maging proud kayo sa akin. This is just the beginning. At the beginning of this year, I downloaded an app called Session, and its purpose is to track the amount of time you spend doing a work for a particular activity. On my first day of school, I loaded all 6 of my AP classes this year into the app to be able to look back on it today. Yesterday, I took score and the results are in. I've spent a grand total of 290 hours of my life spent hunched over assignments at my desk this year. That's a big number, but looking back, I wish I spent those 290 hours doing something more worthwhile. I wish I didn't work so hard. This past year, I've lost sight of the things that are actually important in life. First of all, we live in Japan, a country that so many people dream of being able to visit. But because I was holed up in my room with my head in a textbook basically every weekend this year, I never really got the chance to explore it. And that really sucks since I'm off to college soon and I don't think I'll ever have this opportunity again. I also lost out on making a lot of memories. I think you're supposed to have fun senior year, especially with your friends, but I can't really say that for myself to the degree that others may. My friends would often ask me to hang out after school, but I almost always turned them down in favor of studying or taking a nap because I was exhausted after sleeping at 1 a.m. most days due to homework. I never had the time to make deeper connections with people I wanted to get closer to. I never had the time to fix broken friendships either. I never let myself experience a high school love, and the list goes on and on. And honestly, being valedictorian, while amazing, isn't even the main thing I'm going to remember from high school. I'm going to remember the AP Uno freshman summer. I'm going to remember quarantine in sophomore year when I played Roblox and Minecraft on FaceTime with my friends till dawn every single day. I'm going to remember rushing to Tiffany's house to stream Blackpink's latest comebacks in junior year. I'm going to remember that insane Airbnb trip during spring break this year. I guess what I'm trying to say is, as we all leave the nest and look to the future, it is so important to not lose yourself, the person you are in the present, in chasing your goals as I did. Don't forget to live your life. Time will not stop for you to do things that you wish you could have done. The people you surround yourself with and the memories that you make with them are life's true treasures, and I wish I knew that sooner. Thank you, Kinnick. Thank you, everyone. I'll always be a Red Devil. Congratulations as the class of 2022.
And now, please welcome back our Assistant Principal, Dr. Q, for the recognition of honor graduates.
Good evening. Before we proceed with the presentation of diplomas, we would like to recognize seniors who are graduating with honors. These seniors have a cumulative grade point average of 3.8 or above, have taken an economic literacy course, and at least 4 advanced placement courses, all while being involved in several clubs, sports, and serving in the local community. Would the honor graduates please stand and remain standing for recognition as your name is called? Rie Bagzik, Angela Bassa, Lauren Benjamin, Isaac Christensen, Samantha Chrissy, Zeke DeLauder, Lucy Devi, Otto Eisenhart, Isabella Hopkins, Ella Johnson, Christopher Lartner, Judson Leary, Andrew Miller, Autumn Molina, Eliza Nations, Hannah Nguyen, Victoria Noriega, Ariel Oliver, Tayo Reimers, Samuel Rexroad, Angel Sengel, Bennett Schmid, Timothy Serrano, Ashley Shinzato, Austin Shinzato, Sarah Suzuki, Isaac Tovar, Zadie Young. Please give them a round of applause. Congratulations, honor graduates. You may now be seated. We will now proceed with the presentation of diplomas. Please hold your applause as the seniors cross the stage to accept their diplomas. Each one has a special message to share with their family and friends, many of whom are watching online. We appreciate your consideration. Will the first 2 teachers please approach the stage? Thank you.
Row 1, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Angel Jaden Sangel.
Slay, Mom and Dad, and my coolest sister Angelica, Mahal na Mahal Kopo Kayo. And shout out to my besties for Evsties. You guys know who you are. And of course, Jisoo, Jenny, Rose, and Lisa, my main slayers. After all, this wouldn't be an angel tribute without Blackpink. Ella Johnson.
As Albert Einstein said, I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. I would like to thank everyone who has encouraged my curiosity, especially my parents. I wouldn't be here without your support. Isaac Tovar.
Third one to graduate, but I'll see everyone at the top. Shout out to my parents for giving me the best childhood possible. Tiffany Isabel Adelum.
Thank you to my mom and dad for being my biggest supporters and motivators. Shout out to my best friends for getting me through high school and my boyfriend for getting me through my senior year. I couldn't have done it without all of you. Tayo Reimers.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, and Tiana, my biggest supporter, for literally sustaining me. Sorry for always putting schoolwork over family, but thanks for putting me first nonetheless. Now it's time to slow down and relax, whatever that means.
Otto Eisenhart.
Shout out to my mom, dad, and sister for always supporting me. And big thanks to the boys' soccer team for making these past 4 years unforgettable. Y'all the realest. Autumn Molina.
I would like to say thank you to my parents for supporting me in all the late nights and busy schedules. I love you both. And to my teachers, thank you all for helping me find my way at Kinnick and supporting me in every way possible.
Sarah Suzuki.
Thank you to my family, my friends, and teachers for all the support. I wouldn't be here without you all. Special thanks to my mama for being my #1 supporter and the best mom I could ever ask for. I love you all.
Kana Owusu.
I want to thank my family, teachers, and friends for supporting me throughout my high school years. I couldn't have done it without you all.
Aliana Yabu.
Thank you to my sister Annika and baby brother Amo for being my best friends. And thank you, Mom and Dad, for teaching me that no matter my race, gender, age, and even my height, I can do anything. That being said, I'm out of here.
Gabby Adams.
Thank you to all my friends, teachers, and my parents for getting me through high school and for all your support throughout.
Yenese Shane Amante.
Thank you for your support.
Row 2, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 1, you may be seated.
Audrey Ariana Angeles.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for constantly pushing me to do great things in life. I know it wasn't easy. Thank you for guiding me through the rough patches and helping me overcome my fears. I'm beyond grateful to have you as my parents. Thank you. I love you.
Elizabeth Angelinas.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for sticking with me through this journey. I love you guys.
Christine Yvonne Aquino.
As I walk this path, one chapter in my life is about to close and another is about to begin. But before I close this chapter, I would like to thank my teachers, family, and friends who were there to support me, and to God who gave me strength to continue. Isaiah Barnett.
I would like to thank Dr. Q for telling me I can't graduate if I don't stop skipping school. I am honestly surprised that I'm on this stage right now. Also, shout out to Strobes, aka Mr. C. I'm gonna miss you, man.
Raiden Astorga.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's something left. Thank you, Dad, Mom, as well as to my homeboys and draggers. Rie Bagsick.
To Commander and Chief, thank you for the unconditional support and love. If it weren't for you guys, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Zion Bailey.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for keeping me alive by feeding me. Couldn't have done it without y'all. Shout out to my sister as well for paying for gas money so I can get to school. I love you all for real. Peace. Angela Bassa.
First off, I would like to thank my parents for everything they've done for me. You guys are my biggest inspirations for real. Shout out to my twin Aaron for being my best friend, and James. It was an interesting 5 months at Kinnick. Can't wait to bring all these memories back to San Diego. Isaac Bay.
Thank you all for your unending support. Lauren Benjamin.
I would like to make a special thank you to my parents for their love and support. Coach San Nick and Stevens for instilling my passion for volleyball. Mrs. Gordon for her NHS inspiring leadership. Fogel Sensei for his compassion, and Nurse Dusty for the opportunity to learn about nursing. Xavier Betts.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for every opportunity you have given me and will continue to provide for me. I love you. Alyssa Blevins.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always supporting me. Another thank you to all my friends from all my high schools. Glad that this is my last. I can't wait for what Italy has to offer.
Row 3, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 2, you may be seated.
Daniel Burke.
Dear family, coaches, and gang, thank you for guiding me through my success in high school. The amount of support you guys have given me has helped me achieve anything I put my mind to. Now, I'm on to better and bigger things. I'm out of here. Rachel Burke.
During this year, I have made the most wonderful memories and friends, and they have taught me how to build my confidence. Thank you so much, Kinnick High School, for giving me this opportunity to share my last high school memories with you all. I will never forget every moment spent here.
Alyssa Maria Butler.
Thank you to my mom and dad for always supporting me and going above and beyond as parents. Your guidance and endless love is why I am here today. You both are my inspiration and heroes who motivate me to work hard and fight for my dreams. I love you. Shout out to my brother and sister, Ava and Christian, for being the best siblings I could ever ask for. I love you. Farewell, Kinnick. Rick Kavanaugh.
Thank you to my friends for the happy memories I made during high school. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for guiding me throughout my life. And thank you to my siblings for annoying me at home. Ross is smelly.
Michael Ichiro Campen.
I would like to thank Chief for always being there and being a father figure, for always showing me to do things the right way. I would like to thank Mr. Lundberg for helping me find my love. Thank you. Madalena Carter.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always seeing the best in me, and my best friend Adriana for encouraging me to be passionate and driven. Y gracias a mi abuela por ser la mujer más fuerte que conozco. Te amo. And to my amazing friends, my day ones, I love you. Maximus Castro.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. Thank you, Viridiana, for showing your big brother he can do it.
Yumpu Oliver Chilton.
I would like to thank my arms for always being by my side, my legs for always supporting me, and finally my fingers because I could always count on them.
Isaac Christensen.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always pushing me to be better. Sharon Cividanis Garay.
My parents and dearest friends have always supported, cheered, and comforted me. I want to thank you guys for your unconditional love, your unconditional support, and for never giving up on me. I would have never gotten here if it wasn't for you. Thanks for the memories.
Tiffany Clemente.
I can't believe I made it. Thank you to Mom and Dad and all my friends. Also a big shout out to Mr. Stark, Mr. T, and Miss Danoff. I will miss you, Kinnick. Isaiah Kleska.
It's been an honor and a blessing to have made it this far. I am thankful for those who have raised me, Mom and Dad, and I am truly thankful for those who encouraged me to grow and flourish. I'm glad I have survived and lived to tell the tales.
Row 4, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 3, please be seated.
Jared Lawrence Coughlin.
Man, really thought I had more time here. Sierra Nicolasa Covington.
I have a guardian angel and I call her my Lola. Thank you, Mama and Dad, for your strong encouragement and your faith in me. Special thanks to my Theo and cousin De Monet for their positive motivation. I am gratefully blessed with a diverse, supportive, and loving family.
Samantha Chrissy.
Thank you to my parents, siblings, coaches, friends, and teammates for helping me conquer all of the hurdles of high school, both on and off the track.
Lauren Riley Cruz.
Thank you, God, for blessing me with my supportive family, teachers and school nurses who have taught me life lessons, and most of all for my parents who have been there every step of the way. It is their love that has gotten me here today.
Rachel Decker.
Thank you to all my family and friends for supporting me throughout high school. I couldn't have done it without you all. Zeke DeLauder.
What a great year to end high school. Thank you, teachers, for your help, coaches for your trust and support, and teammates for unforgettable memories. Definitely a year to remember. Desiree De Los Santos.
I couldn't have gotten this far without my mom, dad, my little sister, and my cute little dog. Thanks to my besties, too, for helping me slay through my high school years. And like Nicki Minaj once said, work hard, it pays off.
Lucy Devi.
Thank you for your support. Angelo Dulce.
Thank you to my brothers for letting me be a role model, to my parents for letting me do my thing, to my friends for letting out the best of me. And thank you, Kinnick, for letting tough love shape me into the person I am.
Craig J. Dumanon.
In the words of a silver-haired cardboard cutout, if you have time to think of a beautiful ending, then live beautifully until the very end. Well, dang, I'm gonna rewatch that anime again or eat some beef bowl. Might do both. Natsumi Elmo Tawako.
I'd like to thank my friends and family for guiding me through the years and supporting me in everything I do. Special thanks to Mom for bringing my #1 supporter and my grandparents for coming down to support me. Love you all. Connor S. privilege.
Thank you to my friends and family for your support. Row 5, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 4, you may be seated.
Jessica Estes.
I'd like to thank my mom for supporting me throughout the years and Will for stepping in as a father figure. I'd also like to thank my friends for all the fun memories through all these years. I'll never forget them. I love you all.
Laura Elizabeth Eubanks.
Thank you to my friends and family for reminding me high school is better crooked. I have scoliosis.
Haley Lane Ferris.
I'm beyond grateful to have experienced these past 4 years at Kinnick. Big thank you to my family and friends for supporting me and to senior year for humbling me. Through all the highs and lows, I'm glad to say we finally made it. Run fast, run hard, go Devils.
Isabella Fowler.
If you're wondering what I'm thinking at the moment, it's don't fall, don't fall, don't fall.
Kiana Fowler.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for being my ultimate inspirations. I couldn't have done it without you. I'm glad I was always the favorite child.
Felicity Gonzalez.
I would like to thank my parents, especially my mom, for always being there and trying to make me do better for myself. Also, shout out to my siblings for putting up with me.
Talia Mizuno Guevara.
This journey throughout high school was quite difficult at times, but without the help and support of my family, my teachers, and my friends, I wouldn't be who I am today. A very big and special thanks to everyone in my life. I appreciate you dearly.
Morgan Hammer.
Thank you for your support.
Melanie R. He.
I would like to thank my dad for giving me the opportunity to live and study in Japan, my mom for shaping me into who I am, and Miss Nash from Zama for inspiring me. Gage Helsel.
I want to give thanks to my mother for the effort in supporting me, Mr. Ackland and Mr. Lauer for opening up my interests, Miss Hahn for making Kinnick's music programs that much more special, and the rest of the teachers who have formed me into who I am today. Isabella Noel Hopkins.
I can't believe this time has come. I would like to thank Mr. Rockney and the KTV crew for helping me discover and grow my passion, my family and friends who continually support and encourage me, and God, for without him, I would not be here. Well, I'm out. Deuces.
Jocelyn Hopkins.
I'm thankful for my family, boyfriend, and friends who've helped me grow through life's hardships. Miss Hahn, thank you for my most wonderful moments in your classes, especially choir, and for having upbeat and joyful energy. You always put a smile on my face, no matter how down I've been.
Row 6, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 5, you may be seated.
Millie U. Howell.
First off, I want to thank my sisters, Hazel and Elizabeth. Y'all are my best friends forever, and I really would not be here without y'all's constant support. I also want to thank my mom and dad for always pushing me to be the best I possibly could be. Lastly, I want to take a moment to thank my friends, especially the one that stuck with me till this moment today. I love y'all so much.
Ella Jensen.
Thank you to Mr. Lewis for helping me finally gain confidence in math, Mrs. Gordon for teaching me how to produce quality work under pressure, and Mr. Lufkin for giving great book recommendations. Also, thank you to my parents for always supporting my academic and social decisions. Glad high school is over. Jeremiah Jester.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, for not giving up on me. And thanks to the homies back home for helping me better myself. Thank God I didn't drop out. Kyra Johnson.
They asked me to write something, so here it is. Something. Christopher Diego Kanapka.
Thank you for your support. Arwen Icefern Lavitt.
I could not make it through this journey without the support of my friends and family. I'm happy enough having you guys by my side. I love and thank you for all the fun times we had together. Christopher Unchong Lardner.
Thank you to my family for always caring, my friends for being kind-hearted and true, and my teachers for preparing me for the future. I thank all for everything you've done to support me.
Judson Leary.
I never thought I would find this kind of happiness. Mom, Dad, Silas, and Eliza, you are my happiness.
Andre Philip Lee.
I'd like to thank my family and friends for being there for me through these hard 4 years of my life. Jada Lee.
Thank you to my besties, family members, Google, and every app on the iPhone 8 to help me get through these 4 years of high school. Haruto Leister.
Thank you to all the people I know for making this year a memorable one. Because of all of you, it has been a tolerable time here. I will now be leaving this place, content with my time spent here.
Caleb Leon Guerrero.
I would like to say thank you to my family, friends, coaches, and all the gym bros that got me through high school. I am more than beyond thankful for everything you guys have done. Other than that, I'm gonna catch you all at the gym. Love you guys.
Row 7, please rise and proceed to the stage. Galen Leonin.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, siblings, Grandma, for guidance and support. Thank you to the friends I made along the way for making school tolerable. And special thanks to that fish who decided it was a great idea to live on land. Mary, Kate, Ashley, Lynetta.
I'd like to say the biggest thank you to my family and friends for all their support. I love you very much. And my number one supporter, the most perfect living being in the world, my dog.
Donna Manson.
My hardest question is, where are you from? How do I respond? I was born in Thailand, grew up in Japan, but I'm a U.S. citizen. Now I know. I'm from a place where I am loved, and it's because of my family and friends. Thank you. Michael McIntosh.
I would like to thank my parents, my brother, my coaches for pushing me to work hard at everything that I do. I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Andrew Jacob Miller.
Thank you to all my friends and family for your love and support. And thank you to my teachers, coaches, and mentors who guided me. To my brothers and peers, thank you for keeping me sane. I couldn't have come this far without you. Farewell, Kinnick.
Noah Kai Santos Naples.
Thank you, Mom, Dad, Grandma, and family for pushing me to try my best and to never give up. Hublaizahau. Eliza Nations.
I want to say thank you to my parents, Madeline, Mitchell, and Judd, for their unwavering support and love. I couldn't be able to do this without you guys. And remember, the only time I set the bar low is for Limbo. Michael Scott. Trey, Andrew, Philip, Nelson.
Thanks, Mom and Dad, for always pushing me to do my best. Mom, thanks for always being there for me. And to Mr. Strabino, thanks for being my favorite teacher at Kinnick. Hannah Ibahara Duen.
Thank you to my teachers and friends who supported me through this journey. I wouldn't be standing here without the support of my parents. Big thanks to Dad who taught me English from scratch. I missed the late night reading session with you. Shout out to Mom who supported me both mentally and physically and dedicated her time to just letting me do everything that I was interested in. I love you. Ko Nishiyama.
The greatest thing in the world is my mom's cooking. Come over sometime and I'll prove it to you. Also, thanks, Dad, for coming here all the way from Guam. It means a lot. I love you guys.
Yo Nishiyama.
Shout out to my mom and dad. Thank you for everything, especially the very expensive graduation dinner I plan to get. Victoria Noriega.
I would like to thank God and my family for helping and guiding me. Whenever I'm about ready to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing. Dwight K. Schrute.
Row 8, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 7, you may be seated.
Ariel, Kalia, Oliver.
Mama, Dad, Baba, I love you.
Julie Padgett.
Thank you to my father, my mother, my brother, and my friends for teaching me all the great lessons throughout high school. I'm excited for the next chapter of my life, and I hope to see my friends so that we can meet again in the future.
Alexis Perez.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always supporting and believing in me. Thank you to my besties for always being there for me, and teachers for being understanding and patient with me. Vamos, Diablos! Jalen, Prince.
Honestly, I would truly like to thank my mom and dad being the main people to deal with me and my craziness. I appreciate the both of you for leading me in the right while showing me how much hard work can actually pay off. Thank you. Oh, and Dylan, to the... All right. Yasmin Kionis.
It's crazy to believe how the years went by since first entering high school. The nerves as I walk into new classes, and now those as I feel walking across the stage. I now take with me all the lessons I've learned from my mother, father, and sisters, coming to a successful ending and an exciting new beginning in life. Thank you for everything. Cameron Rabone.
I would like to thank my family and friends for helping me get this far. I appreciate everything everyone has done for me. Alicia Rakadak.
Thank you, Dad and Mom, for being with me and for giving me motivation. You guys would forever be my inspiration. Thank you for the constant support and the love. Thanks to my grandparents and titas. And also thanks to myself for not being late and absent today. Kisses to all. Christian Ramirez.
I'd like to thank my family and friends for their support. Taya, Nancy, Lehonani, Ramos, Kaula.
Thank you, Mom, for teaching me versatility. Thank you, Dad, for showing me what it means to be reliable. Thank you, Isaac, for never failing to be a pain in the butt. Thank you, Tita, for always cheering me up. Hanu, for being my logic, and my grandparents' unconditional love. I love you guys the most. Joshua Reams.
Although I could give my thanks to those I hold dear, I prefer to give people a greater outlook of the future, because there are times in which life can and will be cruel. You'll feel alone in the world at times. Just remember that someone will be there to help you along the way, as you may already know them or you haven't met them yet.
Samuel Rexroad.
Mom, Dad, Maya, Lizzie, and Poco, my cat, thank you for everything that you have given me in my life. For me to carry this mantle with the weight of a worldly responsibility in making this planet that fairer and lovelier of a place to live is made lighter with you guys. Jenna Reyes.
Slay the house down. Thank you, Mom, for letting us come back to Japan. And thank you, Dad, for all the times you braided my hair when I was little. Now you get to see me strut the stage. I also want to thank myself and my besties who've been with me throughout my 4 years of high school. Shout out to my brothers, Joel, Jiro, and Mr. Strabiano for witnessing me struggle with math for 3 years. Finally, it's over. Rate 0 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Row 9, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 8, you may be seated.
Madison Murray Reynolds.
I want to thank my parents. Thank you for doing everything possible to put me on the path to success, for being so selfless and always putting my sisters and I first. I will never forget the important values you've instilled in me. I love you so much. Romello. Romello Roberts.
I want to thank my mom and dad for guiding me every step of the way in this journey. I also want to give thanks to my brothers and sister for motivating me to stay on task and not to get lazy.
Angel Rodriguez.
It's been a struggle out here for real. Thank you to my friends and family for pushing me through to the finish line. Mia Rodriguez.
Thank you, Padre, for always believing in me. Thank you, Madre, for very tough love, and thank you, Alex, for being there for me and always remembering everything I do is because I love you all to the moon and back.
Angelica Maya Rogers.
Thank you to all my friends for getting me through boring school days, and thank you to my family for always supporting me through everything. And special thanks to Ms. Kamada and Dr. Q for never giving up on me and pushing me through my senior year.
Ren Sanders.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always supporting me, my siblings for being my motivation, my friends for keeping me sane, and all my teachers and mentors who were patient with me and believed in my ideas, myself for pushing through it all. It was worth it. Go Jaguars, go Chinooks, go Devils. It's been fun, but we out. Jackson Sargent.
Thank you to my friends and to my family. You've all been great throughout this journey.
Carl Samiento.
I would like to thank my parents, my sister, and my friends who stuck with me for the last 4 years. Thank you to my teachers for pushing me to be the best version of myself. I'm forever grateful that I got to graduate as a Kinnick Red Devil. Thank you so much for your continued love and support. I wouldn't be here without you.
Tayo Schaefer.
To my mom and dad, I wasn't the best student or son I could be. I thank you for still supporting me even when it seemed like I didn't want it. And to the boys, my teachers, and the Chief's mess, thank you for giving me the best high school experience I could have.
Darius Scott. I'm sorry. Ben.
Love you, Ma. Love you, Granny. For all the reasons I'm here, we made it for real.
I threw everybody off. Sorry, Bennett, James Schmidt.
Thanks to Mr. Strabino for calling me his most stubborn student ever. Well, you're welcome. And Miss Gordon for calling me extremely snarky and sarcastic. And also thanks to Mom and Dad, and dare I say this, go Army, beat Navy! Kona Serbin.
I want to thank my beautiful mother and father for supporting me through all my hard times during my high school journey. I also want to thank my best friend, my brother Kai Serbin. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be who I am today. I want to thank all the clout chasers as well. Of course, lots of love to Santos, but thanks to me, myself, and I.
Row 10, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 9, you may be seated. Timothy Serrano.
In Sir Isaac Newton's words, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Thank you to all my family and friends for helping me reach the stars. Ashley Cinzato.
To Mom, Dad, and Austin, thank you for your support and patience. You have given me so many opportunities, and I promise I will make you proud. To my friends for being the funniest people I know, I'm so lucky to have found you all. Austin Kazuo Shinzato.
To old friends long gone, grateful for the time we shared, summer roads we split. All those before me, I shed tears like the spring rain. Who cries those tears now? Ashley Shiotani.
It's been a tough 4 years, but I think I really enjoyed Kinnick.
Christy Shiotani.
Thank you for your support.
On Simmons.
Thank you for your support.
Sarah Snyder.
For me, these 4 years as a high school student have been my most difficult time I've ever had. But thanks to my mom and dad, family, friends, and teachers, I was able to overcome many challenges, and I'm finally here. Thank you so much for raising me and supporting me. Aiden Stundal.
Thank you to my family and friends who stood by me through odds and ends, and the teachers who guided me all the way. There's not much else that I can say. For 50 words is awfully short to thank you all for your support.
Elijah Kaonohi Kaumaka Tadaki.
Mahalo, Mom and Dad, for helping me to become who I am today. Thank you to my close group of friends for being there for me. You know who you are. Special shout out, uh-oh. Boy, I love you, buddy. Can't wait to meet you.
Robert Anthony Tews.
Looking back from freshman year to now, a lot has changed. One recurring theme that I've seen was that there's always change. Change in friends, change around the world, change in yourself. Change isn't easy, but it's something you can proudly say that you did by yourself. High school's only the start. In the end, the only person who chooses how you live your life will always be you.
Michael Thomason.
I honestly don't know how I got here. I think this is where I say thank you to some people. Well, thank you to those people. I think I'm supposed to say something inspirational, but I won't. If you're looking at someone who will do huge things in their life, they're probably after me.
Jen Alexander Tiong.
I would like to thank my friends and families for always being big influences and playing huge roles throughout my time at Kinnick. Thank you to the soccer team for the best year playing for Kinnick. Lastly, huge shout out to my late dog, Lucky. Thank you for everything, Lucky boy. I did this for you. Please keep watching over me.
Row 11, please rise and proceed to the stage.
Row 10, you may be seated. Dylan Todorowski.
Thank you for your support.
Alexander Torres.
I can say I enjoyed most of high school. It was fun. Thank you, Ms. Hahn. I loved your class, and I was able to meet Sam and have some very fun years full of music from it. Also, thank you, Sam and Trey, for being my favorite bandmates ever.
Colin Suboy.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for carrying me throughout my life. The gents for coming in clutch, Chief for being the best guide ever, my girlfriend, and everyone else that pushed me to this point. Lillian Vogel.
Thank you for your support. Aaron Walker.
Today, I'm here because of my teachers, parents, and friends' support along the journey from freshman to senior. I want to give my thanks to all of them with all of my heart and love that I have within me for helping me through the stressful work of high school and supporting me whenever they could to keep me going. Thank you.
Logan Watt.
I just want to thank all the people who have managed to support me enough to get me to this point. Thank you, Mom and Dad, and everyone else that has supported me up until this very moment and now. I'm unsinkable, like the Titanic. Dana Renee White.
I would like to thank my parents, Kiara and Stacy White, and the rest of my family for all the support and guidance I have been given through the years. I love you all more than words can describe. Last year, I was able to congratulate a cousin of mine for his graduation. And although he's not here to congratulate me, I know he would be proud. I love and miss you, Q. This one for you. Sean Williams.
Thank you, Mom and Dad, for always supporting me all the way here. I'll be a pro one day and pay you guys back. Love you all.
will never